Hey, Whiskey Fans, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have today?
We are finally opening our Stagg Jr.
Stagg Jr. Now, I'm a little excited because I haven't tried a Stagg Jr. and we have a couple in the house. We have a couple in the house, and they're kind of older ones.
Don't brag.
I'm not bragging. I'm just saying we haven't opened them because I.
Can I say something?
Yeah, you say. You can explain it better.
So when I was first getting into whiskey, we were in Texas, and I went into a bar, and they had Stagg Jr. behind the bar. And I was super excited. So that was my first pour of Stagg Jr. At the time, Chris didn't like whiskey, so she refused to try it because it's
late bloomer.
65%, and a lot of them are above 60. So I believe the one that I tried that night was above 60. And I remember it just being so delicious, like creme brulee in a glass. Now that was that year's release, several years ago. It was just amazing, and unfortunately, like you guys all know, Stagg Jr. is nearly impossible in some areas to find. You can find it out here, but you're going to pay quite a bit for it.
Minimum $100, which I think is it's not horrible,
it's
but
not the worst I've seen.
When you know the MSRP, it kind of hurts your heart.
It makes it kind of sad.
It does. And there's been opportunities where I've been able to purchase some in the bundles, which makes it into an MSRP. And I get the love-hate relationship people have with bundles, but if you want your independent store owner to get these bottles, the only way they can do it is in a bundle.
Yeah.
So I fully support that.
So they gotta do what they gotta do, right?
They do.
So...
But I've just kind of passed on some of the bundles because, you know, I mean, I kind of have a job that I kind of have to pay for the whiskey. So,
yeah.
That happened.
So we decided, well, a good time to open Stagg Jr. is today. Like, what better time? Why delay something amazing? Or maybe not so amazing.
I'm excited because
maybe
I
she'll
haven't
hate it.
tried it. When you were in Texas, you had the Stagg Jr. and then you had a Garrison Brothers single barrel pour. I think.
Yeah.
I think I took a sip at the Garrison Brothers and
I liked it too.
Woo!
She didn't care for it.
I wasn't into whiskey, and especially like that high proof.
You super hate Texas whiskey. But
you said that's pretty
good. Open your good whiskeys. We're opening a good whiskey today.
I'm hoping it's good because it would be horrible if it wasn't.
It would be sad.
Yeah.
It's hot. Don't forget.
I have high hopes for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is
really
a Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah, it's 65.1.
There's dark cherries on the nose, straight up.
Which number is this? 15?
14.
14. So
batch
this is
14.
Batch 14.
14 and 12.
Coming in at 65.1. It smells like Buffalo Trace times 1,000. It tastes like, it smells like that E.H. Taylor barrel proof we had a year and a half ago.
I was saying if you just told me this is barrel proof by E.H. Taylor, I would have been like, yeah, that is.
It's very similar profile in the nose.
It is. Not much wood on it at all.
Little cherry on the nose, a little like red fruit.
Not a little bit. It's very prominent for me.
I get like vanilla oakiness in the front.
See, I'm not smelling any oaky.
Well, I'm getting something vanilla.
All I can get, I'm getting the vanilla, and then I'm getting like a strong dark cherry
behind the burn. Woo, hold on.
Here's
a PSA. Be careful with Stagg Jr. Don't give it a big old whiff.
Don't put your honker in there.
I always make that mistake.
It's not like you have a big nose.
I don't have the biggest nose, but I really
you do.
I really put it in there.
It's like one of my new favorite words, honker.
Honker.
Honker and doily. Like, that's... But doily's is the weirdest word to me. See? Keep saying it. I have to taste this because I've been looking at it for a while.
It's hot. Be careful.
Why have we waited so long? Yeah.
Hold on.
And the one that you tried in the bar was 12.
It was different.
That's the one that we haven't opened because you said you knew what it tasted like and you want to waited. I kind of want to open the 12 now and do it side by side.
That one in my memory was creme brulee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one is more
straight, rich fruit.
It's got so much fruit on this mid palate,
but it's got a sweet oak. It's not bitter at all.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Okay, I know this is hot, and it kind of we literally just opened it. It does drink like it is hot.
Yeah,
but it's not a spicy hot. Does that make sense? it doesn't when I say it and think about it in my mind.
Okay. So the spikes you're getting on your tongue, you can tell it's from the alcohol, and it's not like a peppery note or a spiky, like flavoring. Not flavoring is not the right word, but you understand what I'm saying. Like you can tell that the spike on your tongue is from the high proof, not from pepper, not from oak, not from
kind of like some of those light whiskeys.
Oh yeah, like the fire. This is not quite fire, but it's getting there.
This smells beautiful.
I like the dark fruits on the mid palate.
Like I know a lot of people talk some smack about certain batches, but are they really that different?
Would have to have a couple of them, and unfortunately, that's nearly impossible to do.
I'm sorry, I passed on some.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Okay.
There's always great whiskey out there.
Okay.
That's fine.
I kind of tend to
not
stay away from the fanboy B tag kind of like stuff because it's just it's a stressful mess, and
I don't like to chase tater whiskey because I like to be able to drink good stuff and not have to like pine for it.
Yeah.
So we just got lucky. A friend of ours
was able to get it. I knew you liked it. That's why I asked. Otherwise, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But I do have to say, from the barrel proof of E.H. Taylor we tried of 2020.
That was really good.
That was amazing. This is reminding me of it.
It's not quite as bright cherry.
I'm gonna say something.
This is darker, like plum and cherry.
I'm gonna say something, and I don't know if this is shit talking so much, but it's just me being truthful
I get
and
the
honest.
on the front.
I like this a lot more than the 2020 George T. Stagg that we tried.
I don't even remember that. So...
We didn't care for it as much. We're like, oh, this is good, but not how people are clowning for it.
I feel like that. I feel like that's been said in the past that some of the George T. Staggs were let down, and the Stagg Juniors a little bit better that year.
Well, then why do people chase them?
Because it's the exclusivity.
I mean, it's a cool bottle, but it's not like the prettiest bottle.
Some of them are amazing, though. So I think there's just a variance in every year, and you never know what you're going to get, and I think that's what it is.
I really enjoy it, and I'm kind of sad that we waited this long to open it. Why did we wait this long?
Okay, so...
I don't know why we waited.
I don't know why we waited so long to open this, but we did choose to open this today because... You need to open your good whiskeys. You never know what things are going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So there was just something that it felt right in the moment, and we decided to open this today.
Well, every bottle we have, we're going to open at some point.
Absolutely.
I think there's only like 3 bottles that we have that are earmarked. Sorry, I keep almost wanting to smack you. There's only like 3 bottles we have earmarked to open on a special occasion. Everything else
was open whenever we
just open whenever you feel like it.
And it felt like this was a Stagg Jr. day. And I like it.
And I don't know why we didn't open it early. There was no rhyme or reason to it, to be honest. But I'm kind of sad that we didn't.
I'm not sad we didn't open it right away.
I am, because it
would have been gone by now.
True. But then I would have known how good it was, and then I would have gotten those other ones that I passed on.
Don't worry about that.
I'm sorry.
There's always good whiskey out there. That's
true.
My philosophy is don't get over upset if you can't get a whiskey that you think you need to have, because there's always good whiskey. They lay down whiskey every day. There's going to be good whiskey, and the part of it is that I like about bourbon is the enjoyment of good whiskey, not chasing something that somebody else can't have. That's just not my style. I don't care. We were lucky enough to get this Stagg Jr., and we happen to like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
And that's a win-win for me.
Well, now that I know that I like this, now I know.
Would you pay $100 for this? I think that would be my top, actually.
That would be my top. Yeah.
So since we have a bottle of whiskey,
that would be my absolute top.
Like if we drink this, I would look for another, and my max would be $100.
Oh, but here's the thing about this: when it comes to Buffalo Trace,
it's very allocated.
You can't look for it; it comes to you. You just can't, because if you look for it,
you're gonna
be paying secondary or completely out of your ideal ballpark range. It comes to you.
The wit and wisdom of
how this came to us, and then also we have a batch 12 that you tasted and liked. That's why you wanted to open this one first.
Yeah, because I want to know what this one tastes like.
That one was just a happy accident.
So let's go back. Let's see if we can pull out some more notes now that it's sat a little bit in the glass. Besides, I really like this.
Okay, the nose is coming out to where it's a little bit more of a sweeter.
I get
fruit. It's not so much dark fruit anymore with the oak. It's slight oak. It's
I get like
sweeter.
Do you get like
this?
I get purple like
of a goddamn E.H. Taylor barrel proof on the nose.
But
straight up.
But this is more purple plums to me.
I have to like sniff plums at the grocery store.
The E.H. Taylor 20. I think was it the 2020 that we got a sample of?
That was amazing.
It was so good.
I did have high expectations.
We did. I think we did in a blind.
Bottle.
We did in a blind flight. Yeah. I had very low expectations, and it was so good.
It actually was
so good.
I can understand the hype about that particular batch. I don't know about some of the other BTECs because what we've had have not at all lived up to the, in my thought, MSRP price.
What have we tasted? Well, we'll get into that later.
Like, I would pay over the, was it $60 or $65 MSRP here?
I think it's 60.
Well, 60 or 65 in California, but you're not going to see that for that price.
Right, I pay up.
So if I'm saying 100 is probably a fair price, I would pay this versus the George T. Stagg, which is I think a 109 MSRP. I would buy this of the George T. Stagg from what we've tried. Or George T. Stagg.
I agree, unfortunately.
I felt let down by
I would
George
look
T.
for
Stagg.
I would look for an E.H. Taylor barrel proof before I look for a George T. Stagg.
It's
not
would,
even a BTEC.
But it's along the BTEC line. It's becoming.
It is becoming
really
impossible
is.
to find.
It is
I'm just
for
saying.
the barrel proof.
I'm just saying.
It really is good,
but
I think these are, you'll be able to find these more than the barrel proof.
Oh,
like, there's a couple of stores I know I could go to right now, but it's going to be $150, and I'm not going to pay $150 for that. It's not so dark as much anymore.
We're acclimating to the proof now.
It's got more of the, like a caramelized...
It's dark caramel.
Burnt caramel?
Burnt sugar caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That deliciousness at the bottom of, like, a caramel corn vendor.
Ooh. If you breathe through your mouth.
Oh, gotta be a mouth breather?
Mm.
But that's when people snort, right?
Close your mouth and breathe. I get that, like, an effervescence fruitiness.
Oh, wait, so how am I breathing again?
Close your mouth and breathe.
Is this like a bourbon Lamaze?
Yes.
Okay. Close my mouth.
Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting an effervescent
fruitiness. I'm tasting the flavor. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, hold on. I wasn't understanding.
Okay.
I thought it was like a 2-part instruction. Serious, so.
Like, I don't know, I'm able to force air. I breathe it in, I can force it into my mouth. Oh. And I get an effervescence cherryness.
I can't get that method you're doing, but I trust it.
That's fine.
I got dark fruits when I was first drinking it, but I don't know if it's either opening up or I'm keep drinking and more stuff evolves.
Right. So it's okay. My memory of the first time I had George of this Stagg Jr. I always keep on misnaming it. The first time I had Stagg Jr., I remember it being creme brulee, and as I'm sitting with it, I'm getting more of that some of those burnt sugar notes that I got a couple years ago.
Good. Now.
I do have it right here.
Yeah, but it might smell different.
Yep, it smells like. Yep,
it smells the same but different.
Let me smell.
It's opened up and none of that high proof is there anymore.
No, you get acclimated to that, and the alcohol vapors will evaporate off a little bit.
Okay. I'm about the hype train on this one. To a degree.
Okay, so I'm really digging it, and I'm glad that you like it, because I know it's hard to get, but it's one of those bourbons that feels like there's no way I would drink this a lot because of the proof. And I tend to like my whiskeys neat. Some people like to make cocktails, some people like to put them on ice. I very rarely do that, even in the summer, just because chalk it up to, I don't know, laziness? I don't know. It's just too many steps to me. So I'm glad you like it.
I really enjoy it.
I hope you, at home, I hope you guys can get a sample of Stagg Jr. if you're not able to get a bottle. I hope that you do, in your bourbon journey, get to try Stagg Jr. It's fun. Is it the best of the best? No. Who's to say? I really think
but it's really good.
But I also think a lot of the hype that we build up whiskeys, right? But I think a lot of what is worth it and what is great about whiskey is sharing it with other people and enjoying it and having a conversation about it with other people. I think that's what makes bourbon and whiskey worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that scale of value is really relative to your experience with that pour. Yeah. I really enjoyed it because the first time I had Stagg Jr. was a great experience, and I'm glad to share this with you.
And I think that's a perfect example because I knew you liked it, and you said it was really good when you tried it.
And then you picked this up for me.
By weird circumstance, I saw it, didn't even like it, didn't even try it, and bought it for you, thinking, knowing, hey, you like it, and I didn't even know it was that hard to get at the time.
That's funny.
And then we got lucky that we were able to get another batch.
Yeah.
But I actually built it up that hype in my mind that this is some really good bourbon, and I was kind of one of those hype followers after the fact. And now that it's opened and we've tried it, I actually I'm there for the hype and I appreciate it, but at the same time, it is a hype driven by false motives.
So to me, whiskey is whiskey.
Yeah.
And I'm just not going to chase it. Is it partly because I've tried it before? Maybe. But I haven't tried there's a lot of whiskey I haven't tried, and I still won't chase it.
I'm still going to go with the method that
if I find it,
if it comes across my way, I know my max that I would be comfortable saying
our
it's
max
worth
is
that
about
price.
$100.
I was thinking more like 90.
90, 100, okay.
90.
Okay, whatever.
But I would feel comfortable with that. But I'm not going to look for it.
I would only pay $90 to $100 if this is gone to replace it. I wouldn't buy another bottle just to buy another bottle.
Got it, yeah. I get it.
Yeah. But that's my max I'm paying for, because there's so many good whiskeys out there that you guys need to try. So what I would love for you guys to do in the comments below, give us a recommendation. What do you guys like to look for? What do you try that you know is not, you don't have to stand in line for? It's not a chaser. You don't have to be, it's not allocated, and you think it's underrated. Please give us a comment. We would love to hear what you guys think about what your favorite whiskey is. And while you're down there, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget, after you like, to subscribe, turn on those notifications so you can join us in our next video.
And this cute little story in here.
And she'll read all the labels for you.
This little story right here, I love it. They're talking about how whiskey was made for medicinal purposes.
It always heals my soul.
I'm there for that.
Yeah.
I like that story, and I'm gonna stick with it.
All right. Well,
I fancy this whiskey.
I fancy this whiskey.
I'm there for the hype.
Cheers.
Let's make it a raver.
Cheers.